All right, today we're diving into something we've all felt, that daily battle of just getting around a busy city. We're going to go on a little journey here, from total chaos to taking back control, and completely rethink what our commute could be.
So let me ask you this. What's the real cost of your daily commute? And no, I'm not just talking about what you pay for gas or an Uber. I mean, what's the toll it takes on your time, your energy, even your professional image? Let's dig into that.
First things first, let's just set the stage. We're talking about the fundamental challenge of trying to live and work in a modern city. It's this constant battle between logistics and, well, luxury. It's this weird paradox, right? On one side, you've got the city. It's exciting, it's full of opportunity. But then there's the flip side, the actual reality of getting around. It's a logistical nightmare. Just getting from point A to point B can completely throw your whole day off track. And yeah, cities are working on big fixes, but we're talking about your strategy for right here, right now. And when you try to just DIY it, well, you know how it goes. You run smack into these all too familiar headaches. There's what I call the traffic tax on your time, the absolute nightmare of finding parking, trying to juggle all your stuff, and then, of course, the total roll of the dice with ride-sharing apps. The thing is, all these little daily frustrations, they really add up. They add up to a much bigger, hidden cost. And this is where the real drain on your resources actually happens. So let's put a name to this feeling. We're calling it the traffic tax. And it's not just about being late. Think of it as a direct hit to your most valuable resources. Your time, your mental energy, your focus. It literally sucks the productivity and, honestly, the joy right out of your day. And that's the key takeaway right here. That feeling of being stuck, it's actively costing you something. It's chipping away at your focus and your mood, which, let's be real, has a huge impact on your performance and just your general well-being. And this is where that app-based gamble really hits home. The inconsistency, it's a massive risk. I mean, you might get a great clean car, or you could get one with a giant CNG tank sitting in the trunk, making it totally useless if you've got luggage or shopping bags. Throw in the mixed bag of driver professionalism and, those late-night safety worries. It's just not a reliable system when you need to be on your A-game. Okay, so what's the answer? It's really time for a shift in how we think about this. We need to move beyond just finding a ride and start actually putting a real mobility strategy in place. This really gets to the heart of it. For so long, we've been trying to solve this huge systemic problem with these little one-off solutions. But the real fix isn't about finding a slightly better app. It's about fundamentally changing our whole approach to travel and matching our strategy to what we're trying to achieve. So, if you're a professional and you're serious about maximizing your time and your image, one answer is what we're calling the chauffeur advantage. Think of it as a complete system that's designed to hand control right back to you. Punctuality, safety, those are the starting point, not something you hope for. Your image is protected, the ride is comfortable, and, this is the big one, all those logistical headaches, they're just handled. Okay, theory is great, but let's make this real. How does this kind of strategic approach actually play out in the real world, whether you're working or just trying to have a good time? All right, picture this. You're planning a high-end shopping day. You want to hit up major luxury hubs like Phoenix Palladium and the Geo World Plaza in Mumbai. Now, that's supposed to be fun, right? But the logistics can turn it into a total chore fast. So here's how that whole experience gets a complete makeover. First, your chauffeur deals with the parking nightmare. Then, the car's trunk basically becomes your own private, secure locker for all your shopping bags. Your hands are free, and that trip between the stores? It's no longer another traffic battle. It's a chance to actually relax and recharge. Okay, let's switch gears to a high-stakes business situation. You're taking an important client out to dinner. Look, some of the best connections are made after hours. And the absolute last thing you want is a transportation headache getting in the way. Okay, the perks here are just huge. First off, pulling up in a premium chauffeured car, that makes a powerful first impression before you even say a word. It lets you focus 100% on your client, not on directions. It also very responsibly solves that whole should I have a drink at dinner problem. And if you've got a complicated night with multiple stops, it's all handled, smooth as silk. Now, let's scale things up a bit. You're in charge of planning a team offsite. The whole point is for everyone to bond and relax, but coordinating all that travel can become a logistical nightmare that achieves the exact opposite. This right here is a perfect example of how a real professional service adapts to what you actually need. Instead of trying to juggle a bunch of different rideshares, you get the right tool for the job. A comfy Innova for a small team with luggage, a tempo traveler to keep the whole group together, or maybe a high-end sedan for a top-level executive retreat. Suddenly, the journey itself becomes part of the positive experience, not a source of stress. And finally, let's talk about the ultimate logistical challenge, managing all the transportation for a big corporate event. I mean, this is where things can go spectacularly wrong if they're not handled by a pro. This is where having a strategic partner just changes the game. All of these different moving parts, airport pickups, shuttles, VIP cars, city tours for guests, they're all managed as one single smooth operation. For an event planner, this just removes an unbelievable amount of stress from their plate. So, when you put all of this together, what's the real ultimate advantage of shifting your thinking, of moving beyond just transportation, and truly rethinking your commute? I love this quote because it just nails it. Your mode of transport, it isn't just a utility. It's broadcasting a message about your standards, your professionalism, and yeah, your attention to detail. So it all comes down to this one crucial shift in how you think. Do you see transportation as just a cost? A source of stress, wasted time, and risk? Or do you see it as a strategic investment in your own productivity, your safety, and your professional image? And that is the question I really want to leave you with today. What could you actually accomplish if you could transform your commute from something you dread into a genuine opportunity? Just imagine reclaiming all those hours you lose to traffic and stress. What could you do if your commute became a productive, controlled, and even calm part of your day?